Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. It is Friday night and would it be a weekend without a project from us? Nope, not at all. So I figured I would start my weekend vlog tonight and show you what's going on. So as you know, I think I told you in last weekend's vlog that we got 13 Cornish cross or Cornish rock chickens, and they are not egg layers, they are meat birds. They grow very, very fast. They have tripled in size since last week. Tomorrow I'll show you them. I evicted them to the basement today because unlike the egg layers, I mean, all they do is eat and poop and they just smell. So they're in the basement until they are old enough to go outside, which will be about another week or so. We need somewhere for them to live outside. So we are building what's called a hoop coop. It is a temporary structure that we can move around. So I'm going to turn you around and show you that. It's going to be longer than it is. We're just doing it in sections. So let me show you. So here it is. It is made from PVC and hardwire cloth. And it's going to be, like I said, a couple more sections longer. So there's room for everyone in there. But this way it will be light enough for us to move around the yard because we don't want it all in the same place because we don't want the grass destroyed. So up until they're about 4 or 5 weeks, we'll move it once a day. And then once they hit 4 or 5 weeks, we'll move it twice a day. Just to keep everything, you know, the grass alive and all that. And Mabel has been just
pecking
away at Doug. He's got grass on his knees. She's pecking the grass off his knees. She's in his face to see what exactly is going on. And you know, like, what's going on here? Why are you building this? And what are you doing to us? So that is our Friday night project. We are just watching the Phil's game out here on our phones and building our hoop coop for the meat birds. Tomorrow we are going to a place called Grounds for Sculpture. It is like an outdoor museum almost. There's all these really cool sculptures and all that. So we are doing that. And of course I will take you along with us. I think we're going to go to the farmer's market in the morning and we're going to go to Grounds for Sculpture around 2. Last night, oh my goodness, we had the best time. So Grace, last time she was in Jersey, she went to King of Prussia Mall with her friends. It's in Pennsylvania. It's about 45 minutes away. And they drove past this escape room that's at King of Prussia. And she saw on the window a huge Reptar. And if you know Rugrats, you know Reptar is from Rugrats. So she quickly looked it up online, and yes, they have a limited time engagement with a Rugrats escape room. Now, when my kids were little, they absolutely loved the Rugrats. Adam sent me the link. He's like, Mom, we have to go. So for his birthday week celebration, to kick it off, his birthday is Monday, we went last night. Oh my gosh. Now, number one, you know we're escape room junkies. It was the coolest escape room. It was like so... I mean, we love all escape rooms, don't get me wrong. But some of them, like, you know, you're usually trying to, like, steal something or stop something from being stolen or, you know, whatever. And it's kind of, like, deep and heavy, you know? Oh, my gosh. This one was so lighthearted and so much fun. And it was so technical to the show. If you know Rugrats, like, you know how they had the, like, that red baby gate thing that they always were playing in, like their playpen, and the way to get out, they used a screwdriver. Well, you had to get the screwdriver to get into the next room. It was a 4 room escape room. Yes, 4 rooms in this escape room, and oh my gosh, the amount of puzzles. Actually, one puzzle we didn't even solve. It was a lock. It was a alpha lock when you have to like spell out a word, and he just like looked at it and guessed the word. I mean, it was a word that is associated with Rugrats. So we didn't even have to solve one puzzle, and we escaped with like 9 minutes to spare. but it was a lot of fun. So they have another one there that is a high difficulty level, that it's called Prison Break, and we really want to go back, but we want to go back with my sister and her family. It looks like a lot of fun. They separate your team into 2 different cells, and you have to communicate without being able to see what the other one is doing. So it looks really hard. So that's what we did last night. Tonight, like I said, Andrew's out with friends. Grace is actually not with us tonight. She's spending the night at her friend's house. Adam is watching the next season, or starting the next season of Peaky Blinders. And Doug and I are out here working on the hoop coop. So it's starting to get a little bit nightfallish, so I don't know how much longer we will work, but we have, at least another week or so to work on this. But I will try to show you the progress we made at the end of the night, and then and I am helping. I'm just sitting here because he had to go in the house and get more supplies. I will show you that if it doesn't get too dark, and I will definitely see you in the morning. Like I said, I think we're going to go to the farmer's market and then over to Grounds for Sculpture. I'm going to try at some point, I don't know, no, probably not going to work. I want to try to I might go in tonight and start tomorrow night's dinner. We're going to have tacos when we get home from Grounds for Sculpture. So if I can get all the meat made tonight, I'm not going to worry about getting anything chopped, because while I'm heating it and making their tortillas and all that, we can get everything chopped. But I just want to get the meat and stuff made so when we get home, we can eat. So anyway, that is it. I had a fantastic day of eating today. Feeling really good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a good weekend and a good weigh-in. We will see. I am weighing in a day early. I am weighing in on Monday this week, just because we are going out to dinner, a late dinner Monday night, and I do not want to weigh in less than 12 hours after eating a dinner out. So I'm going to weigh in Monday. So I'll be back hopefully to show you this. If not, I'll show it to you in the morning. Okay, it is 8:40 and we are going to call it a night. This is how far we got. We got 3 sections. How many more sections? 2. We have 2 more sections to put on. So it'll end up being 10 foot by 4 foot. It'll end up being 10 foot by 4 foot. So that will be perfect. They will have more than enough room. And honestly, once they get like 6 weeks old, they really don't move a whole bunch anyway. But this will be great for them. They will be living their best life while they're with us. So we are going to clean up all the supplies and get those put away. All of the chickens they put themselves up. We just have to close them up. Everybody is tucked into bed, and we are going to, like I said, just call it a night. So that is it for us. I will see you all in the morning when we are heading to the farmer's market. Would you like to say goodnight?
Good night.
Good morning, my friends. It is Saturday, and we are at the farmer's market much later than I wanted to be because somebody, mentioning no names, overslept. Yes, this guy got up, did all the morning chores, did everything, and I still slept through it all. And he would not wake me up because he knows I have not been sleeping so great, and he wanted me to get some sleep. So, what a guy. So we're a little bit later than we wanted to be, but it's not a big deal. We've got plenty of time. So I will take you and show you this wonderful farmer's market that's about, 20 minutes from our home?
Yeah.
About 20 minutes from our home in Collingswood, New Jersey. So before we left, the boys, Adam's out running, Andrew's doing homework. They didn't want to come with us, but I asked them if they wanted anything, and Adam said, Mom, you know what I want. If you can find kohlrabi's, get kohlrabi's, or kohlrabi, however you pronounce it. Well, we walked in, and this is the very first thing at the table, the very first table. So Mr. Adam got his wish. Oh, such beautiful, beautiful This is one of my favorite stands here. They have the most beautiful greens ever. Their lettuce is unbelievable. And if our garden wasn't going crazy right now, I'd get some. So we had a successful trip. Doug had a very successful trip. This is what Doug is having for breakfast this morning. Oh, if I can open it. Whoa! It is a piece of tomato pie. So tomato pie is pretty big around the Philly region. I don't know if it's regional. Ever since the whole water ice thing with the tag, I'm not sure what's regional and what's not. Tomato pie is basically crust with seasoned crushed tomatoes on it and sometimes basil. No cheese on tomato pie. And you eat it room temperature or even chilled. So that's what Doug is having for breakfast. I have not had anything yet today. I will not be indulging in that. Maybe one bite, but he can eat that. And when I go home, I will prepare my breakfast. We got sweet potatoes. We got kohlrabi for Adam. He is so excited. I picked up, I forgot to tell you, remember I did the raised bed for my herbs and then I transplanted them out of the garden into the raised bed? Nope, died. My basil's hanging on. The parsley and cilantro are not looking good. The dill is completely dead. I don't know if it's because I uprooted them and planted them into the raised bed. I don't know if that upset their root system. I don't know. So I grabbed a new cilantro plant and a new chive plant. I didn't have chives at all, and I wanted chives. So I grabbed those here, but they didn't have any parsley, any dill. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. I'd like to get more basil in. I think I have a spot in the garden I can put that because we just use the heck out of basil. So I definitely want to get some more basil in. I should have bought it, and I don't know. I had a brain fart. But anyway, we are heading back towards home, and we are going to stop at the produce outlet and see what they have there. How is it, babe?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very
It's
good.
huge. It's the size of your head.
Very big.
We are home from the farmer's market and eating breakfast. It is 12 o'clock exactly. So brunch. I have 2 scrambled eggs for 0 points on my personal points. I have 3 slices of Canadian bacon, that is 1 point, and 2 slices of my homemade bread, which is 4 points, so that's 5 points, and a 1/4 teaspoon of butter between the 2 pieces for 0 points. So I have a 5-point breakfast this morning. Okay, here's what we got at the farmer's market. We got a watermelon. Oh, no, this was at the produce store, not the farmer's market. So we got some asparagus, Adam's kohlrabis, some sweet cherries, grape tomatoes. These came from the produce outlet. Some regular tomatoes. They're hothouse tomatoes. They're not, they're Jersey, but they're hothouse. They're not field grown because they're not ready yet. Some sweet potatoes, some pickling cucumbers. I'm going to make some refrigerator pickles. Some apples, Honeycrisp apples. Some nectarines. And a bunch of dill for the refrigerator pickles. And I also bought 8 pounds of strawberries to make some strawberry jam. They just somehow didn't get put on the table. So we are here, and it is raining. Just a little bit, very lightly. We all did bring raincoats and umbrellas, so that was good. Adam and Grace's raincoats are in their bag because it's not raining that hard. So not too bad. It's supposed to stop, so we hope so. Guess that's about it. I will definitely show you all the super cool things because there are some really cool things. So I will definitely show them to you. Well, that was a lot of fun. Very cool. I definitely want to go back. There are parts that we most certainly missed. It was huge. Huge. We walked over 10,000 steps. It was neat. It was real, well, as you saw, some really cool things. But definitely on our to-do list again, and hopefully we'll see more that we didn't see today. Now we are all very hungry. So we are heading home. I made taco meat this morning. I made chicken and beef. So we're gonna head home and we're gonna have some tacos for dinner. I didn't show you my tacos because y'all know what a taco looks like. Totally stayed well within my points. Tacos are easy for me. So 2 shells are 4 points, I think, or 5 points. I have to go back and look. I put it in. And I use chicken, lettuce, tomato, salsa, sauce, 1 point's worth of cheese on each one. So 2 points for the cheese and 1 point for sour cream. So very low point dinner for me. Now we have about probably half hour worth of daylight left. We are going to, because we were chit-chatting around the table and all that fun stuff. So we are going to head out and do some weeding in our driveway stones. Fun night. So my friends, that is it for me. I will talk to you all in the morning. Tomorrow, we're going to be busy. We're making strawberry jam and refrigerator pickles. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday morning and we are heading to church. We've got a full van. Going to 9:30 Mass and then coming home, and what we do today is dependent upon the weather. It is not a nice day. This morning when we let the chickens out, we had to let them out. They were screaming because we were waiting because it was literally downpouring. Like the rain hurt. It was coming down so hard, but they were not having any of it. So we geared up and went out, and oh my gosh, I was soaked from head to toe. Like my pants were hanging on me. I was so wet. And the new babies, this is the first time they've experienced rain. They were freaking out completely. It was kind of funny. Like they all came running out and then realized something was going on, and they all tried to get back in, and they were going under their shelter. It was kind of comical, but anyway. So got them all taken care of, got ready for church, and right now we've got a break in the weather, but the sky is black, my friends. Sandy, you would love it because we have lights on in the house. My plan today was to make can up some strawberry jam. I got beautiful strawberries yesterday. I got 8 pounds of them, so let's see how much jam I can make with that. And I also plan on making some refrigerator pickles. I'm trying a new recipe. Still looking for that perfect recipe. If anybody out there cans or makes refrigerator pickles and has a recipe where they stay nice and crisp, please share it with me. I would love to can them, just so I don't have to keep remaking them, so I can make enough for the whole summer. Because refrigerator pickles only last 1 month. I mean, they're very easy to make. It's not a big deal, but I would love to can them. So if you have a recipe that is foolproof and they stay crunchy and don't get mushy, please share it with me. So that's my plans for today. Andrew's plans are shock, homework. Doug's hoping to finish off the hoop coop today, but not if it's raining. And Adam and Grace are doing not 1, but 2 escape rooms with, I think, 2 different groups of friends. 2 different groups of friends? Or the same group of friends? 2 different groups of friends. So they're doing 2 escape rooms. Can I say I'm jealous? I'm really, really jealous. One of them is a knockoff Star Wars theme, and the other one is a what? A
night at the museum.
Oh, a night at the museum.
It's a heist.
So I'm a little jealous, but you know. So I think Adam's Chicken Divan is going to be postponed because they are doing a 5:15 escape room. So I'm not sure what's going on for dinner, but it's going to be something delicious, but something on the lighter side, I think, since Andrew and I are both weighing in tomorrow instead of Tuesday. So I don't want a big heavy dinner. So that's what's going on in our neck of the woods, and I will bring you along with my refrigerator pickles and my strawberry jam making. You've seen me make jam before, so I'm not going to do a step-by-step. I do use the Pomona's Universal Pectin, and that is a pectin where you can use super low sugar, or you can actually use sugar alternatives. You can use monk fruit, you can use honey, you can use maple syrup. I am going to use traditional sugar, but instead of using, normally when you make jelly, it's like 1 for 1. Like if you use 8 cups of berries, you need to use 6 to 8 cups of sugar. To me, that's just ridiculous. I mean, you're just sugaring up all the fruit. And with the low sugar pectin from like Ball and stuff like that, it's still like 4 cups of sugar. With this Pomona's Universal Pectin, I get it from Azure, but you can also get it on Amazon. It is like half a cup of sugar to 8 cups of fruit. So I just use real sugar, and it's fine. It's still very low point. I think it's up to 4 tablespoons I can have for 0 points. So I've never tried monk fruit yet. I could. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it at some point. But I just use organic cane sugar. So that's what I'm going to do. And of course I will take you along and share our day with you. So huge change of plans. It was Hoagie Sunday at church. So we bought 2 hoagies. This is one that is cut into 3 pieces. They're very large hoagies. We bought 2 of them, cut them into 6 pieces. The only people eating are me, Doug, and Andrew. This is what I'm having, and I give it 8 points. I figure 4 points for the bread, 2 points for the cheese, and 2 points for the meat. 0, of course, for the tomato, the peppers, and the lettuce. So I'm giving that 8 points, and that will be my breakfast/lunch today. And then Doug and I are taking off to run over to the mall quickly. I have to pick up one more thing for Adam's birthday. Then I'm going to come home and we're going to get canning. The best laid plans. We were gone way too long, so I have now to play catch up. Nothing got done at home, and it is already 3 o'clock. Yeah. Not quite sure we're going to get to that jam today. I'm going to try. No promises. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is get these pickles going. I want to get the pickles done first. Then we have a craft project to do. I want to get that started. I want to get painting so the paint can dry, but I first want to get these pickles done. So that is what we are going to do first. We are going to make some refrigerator pickles. So, oops, let's get started on that. Okay, so starting our refrigerator pickles, what we need, 2 wide mouth quart jars. We're going to make 2 jars of pickles. They last for 1 month in the fridge. We're going to need some pickling spice, some white vinegar, 3 tablespoons of sugar. I am choosing to use monk fruit. We're going to need some kosher or coarse salt, some dill, garlic, and some small cucumbers. These are specific pickling cucumbers, but you can use any kind of small cucumbers you want, about 6 of them. So that is all we need to make this. You do not need a canner or anything like that. Let's get started. So the first thing we have to do is make our brine. In my medium saucepan, I have 3 cups of water. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of white vinegar. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar. You can, by all means, use sugar. I'm going to try it with monk fruit this time. And then we are going to add 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. This is actually Celtic sea salt. It'll be fine. I mentioned the other day that I ordered some Redmond's real salt, and it's coming tomorrow. I'm so excited. So many of you commented that you love it too, so I'm really excited about that. So we are just going to mix this together. And then we're going to bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. When it boils, we're going to reduce it to low, and we're going to let it simmer for 15 minutes, and then we're going to let it cool. So while we're waiting for our brine, we're going to prepare our pickles, our cucumbers. So they're all washed, and I am just going to cut them into spears. Now, these are nice and short, so I'm not going to have to trim them. But if you're using traditional cucumbers, you may have to make them a little bit shorter. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is start to fill the jars with the cucumbers. Okay, we have a few too many cucumbers, so we'll save those for another use. Okay, next thing we want to do is take our fresh dill and put it down into between all the pickles. Now, the original recipe calls for 8 sprigs. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. We like dill, so I don't mind using a whole bunch. They want you to use 4 in each jar. I'm probably going to use more like 6 or more. Like I said, we're not canning these, so I don't have to worry about ratios and things like that. They're just going in the fridge. If you're ever doing canning, you have to follow the recipe exactly, especially an approved recipe. I will only use recipes that are approved on the National Food Preservation website or from the Ball website, because ratios and things like that are so important. I am not going to give my family botulism. Okay, I'm going to go check on our brine. I think I hear it boiling. Okay, our brine is simmering. So we time that for 15 minutes. I think this looks like a good amount of dill. And when I think it looks like a good amount, I throw more in because it's just how I roll. I know, I know. I just love dill. I really wanted to have salmon for dinner tonight since I have all this dill, but Adam's not going to be here for his birthday dinner, so we're not making that. And the guys wanted steak tips and mushrooms, so that's a quick and easy dinner to make, so we're going to do that instead. Okie dokie. We've got all of our dill in, and now we need to add the garlic and the pickling spices. So I am going to use 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to slice it thin. That's a little one. I generally don't slice garlic, so bear with me. We have to peel it and slice it. And we just dump it in there. So I'm going to do that with the rest of the garlic, 2 cloves in each jar. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add 1 tablespoon of pickling spice to each jar. And then all we have to do after this is add the brine. Once the brine is done simmering, I am going to let it cool pretty much to room temperature, because if you put hot brine in here, it's actually going to cook the cucumbers and they're going to get mushy. You want them nice and crisp, so, oh, this pickling spice is getting to me. You want to definitely cool your brine, so we'll be back to pour them in the jar. Okay, our brine has cooled down, so I am just going to, and I know it's going to spill. I know it is. Oh, yep, see? I am just going to pour it in until everything is covered. All the pickles are covered. And then we're going to put the lids on. I'm going to mark the lids with 1 month from today because they are good for a month. And I'm just going to put them in the fridge. They need to sit a minimum of 24 hours before you eat them, so the flavor's infused. I like to leave them at least 2 days. Longer the better. But that's it. That is how you make homemade dill pickles. Quick and easy. Time to get on to the next project. Okay, moving on to the next project. I taped off my wood round. I want to stain here, paint here. So I'm just going to use the Waverly Antique Wax. And seriously, that's where I want to paint. Okay, well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I just want to stain the top and the bottom. And this antique wax it's kind of like a stain, it's kind of like a paint, it's interesting. I find it easier to use than stain just because it doesn't smell, it's washable and all that. So that's what I am choosing to use. So I am just going to do the top and bottom and then go back and paint the middle. I may have to sand that a little bit. I did sand the edges of this because they were a little rough. I just wanted to get them nice and smooth. So I am going to go do this. You don't need to sit and watch me brush and brush and brush. And we'll see how it turns out because your guess is as good as mine, but I'll show you. So while I am working on my craft project, this awesome guy right here is working on dinner. Gotta love it when they like to help their mama in the kitchen. We've taken a break in the busy day to sit down and eat dinner, and tonight we are having steak tips and mushrooms. This is 9 points for me on my personal points. Having mashed potatoes, these are 1 point for me, and roasted asparagus for 0. So a 10-point delicious dinner to end my day. Okay, so all the stuff I have going on inside, this is what Doug has going on outside. He has the structure made. Now he is just building a door for the one end so we can get in and out of there a little bit easier than not having a door. It probably would have been better to put a door on the top, but this is going to be fine. It's only for 8 weeks. That's what I keep telling myself. It's only for 8 weeks.
So what's going on, everybody? So this is our second escape room of the day. We forgot to vlog the first one because we had too much fun on it. This is Kate, by the way.
Hi.
And you all know Grace, and I'm Adam. But the first one we did was with a different friend group. That was a lot of fun. We did escape. We had about 8 minutes left, and that was the second hardest room. Only 7% of people who've done that room have completed it, and Grace and I were part of that 7%. And now this is one of their hardest rooms here at Exit 4. It's called the Three Sons Cantina, which is a ripoff Star Wars, but that's okay because I love Star Wars. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I know these two are. And then we're just waiting on 2 other people to come here and hopefully escape. And then afterwards, there's a nice cookie place across the street. We'll probably do that. And then there's also a boba tea place right next to here. And if y'all don't know, I love my boba tea. So I will be taking some of that. And yeah, I'll update you guys for if we do it or not. And we have our lucky ducks. We also did go to Dave & Buster's. We want some ducks. I think that's pretty cool. So we'll update you. And we have escaped. We did really well. We had 15 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. And now we're deciding if we actually want food or if we just want cookies and milk tea and whatever else comes with that. So yay us!
Yay. Happy birthday, Adam!
And we are finishing off the day with Cookie Muncher. It is really good. They got ice cream and cookies. Kate got ice cream. Grace got like cookie dough balls. And I got a double chocolate chip. Is a great way to finish off the day.
Time to make the strawberry jam. I'm not going to go step by step because I have done a video on this before, and I will try to link it above or below. But I just wanted to show you that I did it. So there it is, my strawberry jam. I don't know why it separates like this. It did this last time too. If anybody knows why, let me know. It's absolutely fine, and I just kind of stir it together when I open it. And I did check with the extension office and all that, and they said it's fine. It happens sometimes, but they didn't give me a reason why. So if you know why, let me know. So that is it. I am done. I still have more strawberries, so I'll be making more jam, and I'm probably going to go get more strawberries to make more jam. Because I think we went through about 20 jars between what we ate and what we gave away last year. So I got to go check my notes and see, but I'll definitely be making more. That's it. I'm ending this vlog here, my friends. It has been a very fun, very productive, and very long weekend. That's that. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend my weekend with me. And I may film tomorrow, I'm not sure, just to show you Adam's birthday and our celebration meal at the Melting Pot. Especially if you've never been to a melting pot or a fondue restaurant before, it would be cool to show you what that is all about. So we will see how things go, and if Adam wants me to film or not, so because it is his special day. Tuesday, I'll see you with the Tuesday tag. And then Wednesday for weigh-in. So that is it, my friends. Thank you once again, and I will talk to you all in my next video. While you're waiting for the next one to come out, you can check these videos out right here, and maybe they're ones you haven't seen before.